Good morning and welcome to NewsDive. It's Saturday, August 23rd, 2025, and the time is 6 a.m. Here are today's top stories from Sri Lanka and around the world. Former President Ranil Wickremesinghe has been remanded by the Colombo Fort Magistrates Court until August 26th. He was arrested by the Criminal Investigation Department over allegations of misusing 16.6 million rupees in government funds for a private overseas tour. On doctor's advice, Ranil has been admitted to the prison hospital. The case has attracted significant political attention, with many opposition politicians gathering at the court. Court proceedings were briefly delayed due to a power outage at the Fort Magistrates Court complex. The Ceylon Electricity Board maintenance staff restored power after a short interruption, allowing the hearing of Ranil Wickremesinghe's bail application to continue. In a major legal reform move, Foreign Minister Vijitha Harith announced plans to repeal the controversial Prevention of Terrorism Act. The draft bill is expected to be gazetted in early September, marking a significant step forward in Sri Lanka's legal landscape. On the economic front, Sri Lanka and the United Kingdom have signed a bilateral debt agreement that eases Sri Lanka's debt burden by nearly $90 million. This agreement is anticipated to support the country's ongoing economic recovery efforts. The Frontline Socialist Party has alleged irregularities in a recent coal tender, pointing to a shortened submission period that may have favored certain parties. The party is calling for a thorough investigation into the matter. In politics and legal news, the United National Party has filed a complaint with the CID against a YouTuber who predicted the arrest of former President Ranil Wickremesinghe, citing concerns over misinformation and political interference. Public Security Minister Ananda Wijapala emphasized that the law will be applied equally to all, regardless of rank or position, reaffirming the government's commitment to justice and accountability. Former Inspector General of Police Deshabandhu Tennakoon has been remanded until August 27th in connection with the 2022 attack on Aragalaya activists. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court has received 3 more petitions challenging the government's move to repeal perks and privileges granted to former presidents. Turning to international relations, Chinese Ambassador Zhen Heng highlighted the long-standing friendship and ongoing high-quality cooperation between China and Sri Lanka under the Belt and Road Initiative. The New Zealand High Commissioner recently visited Hambantota International Port to discuss potential collaboration in trade, logistics, and investment. In sports diplomacy, England's men's cricket team is set to tour Sri Lanka in 2026 for a white ball series ahead of the T20 World Cup. In business news, Ambion Capital and Ambion Holdings have made strategic investments in Ceylon Hotels Corporation and the Kandy Hotels Company, signaling confidence in Sri Lanka's tourism revival. Sampath Bank has partnered with the Asian Development Bank's Trade and Supply Chain Finance Program to enhance trade finance access for local businesses. Renewable energy generation in Sri Lanka surpassed 64% in May 2025, with hydro and private renewable sources contributing significantly to the national grid. The Colombo Stock Exchange ended a 5-day rally with a slight dip as investors booked profits, though turnover remained high. Additionally, global dairy giant Fonterra has agreed to sell its consumer and associated businesses, including operations in Sri Lanka, to French company Lactalis for $3.4 billion New Zealand dollars. Looking at the weather forecast, showers or thundershowers are expected after 1 p.m. today in the northern, north-central, central Uva and eastern provinces, as well as the Hambantota district. In sports, Sri Lanka's 16-member cricket squad for the upcoming Zimbabwe ODI series has been announced, featuring uncapped batters Pavan Rathnayake and Nuwanidu Fernando. Sri Lankan athlete Rumesh Tharanga won gold in the men's javelin throw at the Asian Throwing Championships in South Korea. In youth cricket, Gale and Kandy secured their first wins in the Under-17 Super Provincial Cricket Tournament. St. Thomas's College cricket team is currently touring the UK, playing friendly matches and visiting Lord's Cricket Ground. The ICC has revised the schedule for the Women's ODI World Cup 2025, co-hosted by India and Sri Lanka, with Bengaluru removed as a venue and matches shifted to Mumbai and DY Patil Stadium. In entertainment and culture, Disney is focusing on original intellectual property to attract Gen Z male audiences amid challenges faced by Marvel and Lucasfilm franchises. Legendary thrash metal band Megadeth has announced their final album and farewell tour scheduled for 2026. Actress Margot Robbie has shared her first comments on motherhood following the birth of her first child in October 2024. Netflix has signed YouTube star and former NASA engineer Mark Rober to create a new competition series aimed at young audiences. Other news includes a shooting incident reported in the Katarnana Wada area of Borella, with no confirmed injuries as police continue their investigation. In Regama, police seized a large quantity of heroin, methamphetamine, cash, and vehicles during a coordinated nationwide raid, arresting 2 suspects. Postal trade unions continue their strike action in Colombo, demanding better working conditions and benefits. Looking ahead, the Durana Signal Colombo International Kite Festival is scheduled for tomorrow, Sunday, August 24th, at Gale Face Green, Colombo. The opening ceremony has already begun at Cinnamon Grand Colombo. Also, the GEM Sri Lanka 2026 launch event is set for August 26th. That wraps up your NewsDive morning update for Saturday, August 23rd. Thank you for joining us. Have a great day ahead.